I love gold. Oh, periwinkle is a cute color combo. That's a lot of snow. That is a lot of axolotl, but look at how cute that looks. I sewed the wig on upside down. Have you guys ever worked on a project for so long and it just feels like every step of the way, it's just not turning out the way that you wanted it to turn out? Well, hello everybody, it's Katie, the Celestial Homebody. I apologize, I look like a trash panda today. Just got out of the shower, so my face is all flushed. But welcome to another vlog of a week in my life as a full-time artist and crocheter and entrepreneur and a mom. So today I am making some axolotls. Now you might be wondering why this axolotl head is fleshy colored. That is because I am making some gold axolotls from the game Minecraft because I figure that they're going to sell really well, especially at my conventions markets that I have coming up. So I'm using demi pearl and I'm using this, it's like called Mojave Sand or Mojave Desert or something like that, from demi pearl for the body, and then for the little accents I'm going to be using tawny olive in the demi pearl. These are like the perfect colors for the golden axolotls. So the baby is asleep. I have about an hour and a half to be working on these. Simultaneously though, I am also editing the last vlog that you saw. So I've got my iMovie pulled up right here. So this is kind of meta for you because you have already seen this vlog that I'm editing, but yeah, it's not out yet for me right now in real time. So this is what I'm going to be working on. Oh, you know what? Should I give you guys a little sneak peek? I should. Okay, so you may or may not know that I have memberships on the channel and we call our members part of the Cosmic Couch Club. And my whole spiel is I always say, if you want to join the coziest couch in the cosmos, the couch is always open. So that has been going on for many months. And then once we got the shed, and if you're new here and this is your first time seeing me, firstly, I apologize. But secondly, you might not know that I have a detached shed from my house that is like my workspace studio office, where I keep all of my craft supplies, where I do most of my work if I'm not just chilling, watching TV and sitting here in my chair in the living room crocheting. But also out there we have a little set like with a couch, and I have a sign above it now that says the Cosmic Couch. And I thought that it would be a lot of fun to start a podcast. So I don't know like how often the podcast would come out, maybe like twice a month, maybe even once a month. I don't know. We need some topics to talk about on the podcast. But my husband Ryan would be my co-host because he's also a crocheter, and it would just be all things like craft and crochet related. So we are already brainstorming about what the first episode like topics are going to be, and Ryan and I are super excited about it. But there are a few things that I want to do for the podcast. Firstly, I want to make some microphones. So that's something that I'm going to be doing in this video, I think, is crocheting something that I can hold and then clip my little DJI mic to that I use for my good camera. Right now I'm just on my phone. But then that way we can like hold it like real talk show hosts, and it would pick up, the sound, and I wouldn't have to go out and buy like fancy microphones. I can just use the ones that I have. But I also really want to have a jingle made, and I have something in my mind about like how I want it to go, how I want it to sound, the lyrics. So I am going to hop onto Fiverr and see if I can hire a artist to like make up this jingle. I mean, I guess I could because I am a singer too, but to be honest with you, I'm not really that well versed in like audio recording, like singing, like and layering all of the different parts and doing all of the instrumentals. Like, I don't know, I was never into like GarageBand or anything. So like, while yes, I could sing the main vocal probably, I couldn't like make it sound professional and good with the skills that I have. So I am going to record a little snippet of what I want it to sound like and then send it to somebody on Fiverr and have them create it for me. And I'm very excited to show you guys it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, it is time to go wake Miss Celeste up from her nap, and I was able to finish one golden axolotl. I love gold. It is now about 11 p.m. Had a good night. Just Celeste and I put her to bed around 9. And since I put her down, I have been watching Stranger Things and also making axolotls. So I had that one that I did earlier. That is, I threw somewhere on the couch over there. I've done 3 and I have just enough yarn to do one more. I've been able to get 5 axolotls out of one skein of the demi pearl, which breaks down to about $2 in yarn cost per. So that's pretty good because these come out like a really nice size. Like, look at how nice and big those are. Also, I am batch making them and I'm doing all of the bodies and little nose embroidery first, and then I'll go back and do all of the surface crochet for the tail accent and the little furls. I'm sure those have a scientific technical name, but do I look like a scientist to you? Sitting here in my PJs all day. I was just contacted via email to do a commission for somebody, so I might get around to doing that this week. I told them that I would get it done like ASAP, so I'm gonna try to. But in here, I really don't want to go out to the shed, to be honest with you, because it's like 2 degrees right now. In this basket down below here, I have a little bit more of the demi pearl pink. I already have 4 pink axolotls, but since I feel like pink's probably going to be the most popular color, I'm going to go ahead and use all of that up tonight. And by the time I'm done with this one and then those pink ones, it's probably going to be around the time that Ryan gets home from work and then we go to bed around like 3 a.m. Is normally bedtime for us. But tomorrow we'll have to go out to the shed and pick out some yarn for the commission if I decide to start that tomorrow. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours. Oh, also on Canva, I just designed this pattern test thing that I just posted on Instagram as well. I designed this little pig pattern and this little cow pattern. So I just posted this on Instagram for the tester call. So I'm going to need to choose testers this week and then get that pattern test going, because I would really like to have both of these little patterns out by the time you're seeing this video, which they should be, but they're so cute. They just kind of like fit in the palm of your hand, and it's a lazy cow and a lazy pig. Precious. So I'm working on my last axolotl, and I am not going to have enough yarn to finish it. I still have many rounds to do. As you can see, it's only like half of one, and I don't have much left. I even switched to a smaller hook because I was using my really nice metal 7mm. These actually are really cool. I'll link these in the description box if you're interested. Not sponsored or anything, but I absolutely love these crochet hooks. They're kind of like furls. They're nice and like heavy, and yarn just glides so nice on them. But what I like is that they have twist off. And so you get a whole set of, I think the smallest is like 4mm all the way up to 10mm in metal, which is nice because normally the bigger crochet hooks, you know, they don't come in the girthy ones. But I even switched to a smaller hook to see if we could get the whole axolotl out of this, and unfortunately no. So I already put the eyes in, so I think what I'll do is I'll just frog it out like to the neck, and then I might just not increase as much and then just make it a smaller axolotl, but keep the head as is, and then hopefully it won't be too much of a difference, so that way if it's on the table with the other golds, it's not gonna look too, outrageous. Also, since I was just watching Stranger Things season 2 with the little baby Demogorgon, this kind of looks like the little baby Demogorgon, does it not? Little tadpole-esque thing. But anyways, all right, I'm gonna see what I can do about saving my yarn here. Well, I'm sorry to say that even after some fiddling, we are just a few rounds short of finishing this. So I think my only option is to just finish it out with the gold and hope that some kid won't mind. He also has a very thick neck. I feel like proportionate to his body, but look at the size difference between the two. There we go. Let me zoom out here. So much smaller, as you can see in the body, which is so weird because the last skein that I used, I did blue, and I was able to get exactly 5 axolotls out of the blue using the same size hook. So I don't know if there was just less in this skein or what. All of them came out the same size too, so I don't think it has anything less or anything to do with like my tension being less or greater. But yeah, hopefully this one will turn out okay. And if he doesn't sell along with the others, then I'll put him in the misfit bin. Oh well. All right, this is what it looks like with the little tail fin on it. It's honestly not that bad. Like it could pass off as purposeful, you know? So I'm going to do the little frills on all these guys now and probably eat dinner because it is like midnight now and I am quite hungry. All of the golds are done. I really actually like this colorway of them. Hopefully they sell well because I think the golds are slightly more rare in Minecraft. I do know that the most rare color in the game is blue, and I already made 5 of those. So yeah, this skein of demi pearl too was very, very soft and nice to work with. So this was a pleasure project. So I guess we'll just use up maybe not all of that pink. I don't really want to make that many axolotls. I've made 10 axolotls in the past 2 days. I'm kind of sick of making them. And I don't even know how they're going to sell. So maybe I shouldn't. But then again, like I mentioned, I only have 4 of the pink and 5 of all the other colors. So I feel like I should make at very least 1 more, maybe 2 more. It's now 2 a.m. and I made 2 little pink axolotls. So that makes a total of 22 that I have made. No, not 22, 12. It's very late at night / early in the morning. I can't do math. That makes 12 axolotls that I made over the past 2 nights. So I am ready to take a break. Oh, there's like a little hole in that one. Okay, I'm gonna stitch that up. My tension must have been super duper loose there. I got Paisley here with me, of course, always on my lap, always demanding the pets. Still working on Stranger Things. I am now on season 2, episode 7. I have watched the entire series before. No, not the entire series. I think I watched till season 4. But it was a while ago. There's fluff flying around in the air. Yeah, but it was a while ago, so I don't really remember these first couple of seasons. Did I watch till season 3 or season 4? Whichever the season is where Steve starts working at the ice cream shop. Is that 3 or 4? I don't know, but that was the last season that I watched. So it's been a while. So I am enjoying it, but I do know that it kind of jumps off the deep end, or as my mom would say, it jumps the shark. I don't know why that's an expression, but she says it all the time when shows just kind of like, go way off from where they started. So I'm not really looking forward to that. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves, especially with Netflix shows, because they make you wait like 10 years between seasons, and then you get to the end and you invest all this time into it, and then it's like womp womp majorly at the end. That is just a trend with Netflix shows specifically, so I'm a little worried about the final season because I have not heard good things, but we'll see. We'll get there. Probably not in this vlog, but maybe in the next vlog I can give you my recap feelings about Stranger Things season, whatever the last season is. But anyways, all of my axolotls and I are, oh, I forgot the tail on this. Oops. Okay, wait, I got to do this one. And then my axolotls and I are going to go to bed. And yeah, I'll check in with you tomorrow. Every time I bring a basket of stuff out to the studio, makes me feel like Little Red Riding Hood. So today we are putting away all of this demi-pearl yarn and also setting up the little axolotls here for things that I need to show in this week's makes, along with all that stuff down there. And these, I just wrote a pattern for a little mini coochie copy. It's on my website if you're interested. I designed these for conventions. I'm also working on tax stuff, so excuse all the receipts. I'm trying to add deductions and whatnot. So here we have all the golds, and here are the blue purples. You know what? I'm not gonna film this. I need both hands for this. That is a lot of axolotl. The plural of axolotl is just axolotl, correct? I believe that it is. But that's a lot of them. Now I need to put away all of these safety eyes. I finally got a safety eye order in from AliExpress, and I ordered a bunch of big eyes. Let me cut this open. I mentioned this in the last vlog too, but I get most of my safety eye blanks on Amazon, but I need to order from AliExpress if I need anything larger than 30s because I cannot find 35s or larger on Amazon. I just forgot the name of it. So I purchased some white pupil and black pupils in 35s, and then I also got some 25s in white pupils as well, but most of these in here are all 35 millimeter, which is good because I have one pair of whites, and then I actually don't have any like 3D pupils. These are just solid blacks. So these I have never had before, and I figured that since 35 millimeter eyes are so hard to come by, I would be making some of these up to sell on the website. So that is why I stocked up on those. So we actually might need to make a set of eyes while we're out here this morning because I have a commission to do. Let me put this away and then I'll tell you about my commissions. So the commission that I want to grab yarn out for today is a little deer creature. The pattern that was requested by this customer is from Mom Stitchetti. I already purchased the pattern, but the customer requested that this little deer creature, I guess you could call it, is inspired by Alistair from the adult cartoon Has Been Hotel. I'll put a picture of him right here. So this is what Alistair looks like. Kind of creepy. So I need to pick out colors. So I'm thinking that we're going to do the body in red, the horns obviously in black since the character has black horns. And then I was thinking like the little snout, maybe the color of Alistair's face, which is like a undead skin tone. So we're gonna see what I have. I think that I have a burlap blanket color that will work. Also, please excuse my scab on my lip. Long story. It's actually not. I just slept with my mouth open because I'm sick and congested, and so my lip started bleeding overnight. Anyways, so for this commission, I'm thinking that we're going to custom make safety eyes. So I think I'm going to utilize some of these new 35 millimeters. So we need to find a good glitter color for them. Glitter color for the eyes and whip those up really quick before we go inside. And then I also need to get yarn for a pattern test that I'm doing by Old Soul Factory. This is what it looks like. It is a character from the show One Piece, so I need to grab some yarn for that. So let's go ahead and load up the basket first, and then we'll figure out the eyes. So starting with Alistair's skin tone, I was kind of thinking this color in Bernat. This is normally the color that I use for skin tone, and you can see that this one is just a little bit more mousy, I guess you could say. So I think we're going to use that for his skin tone. And then while we're in this cabinet, let's also go ahead and get out yarn for the captain pattern, as she's calling it. I guess we'll use this Elise Voluto. This is a good skin tone color, so we'll use this. This is color number 310 if you're curious. Put those in the basket. We also need yellow for the captain. I know in the pattern she uses Burnout Mystical Yellow. Do I want to use the yellow? I guess that's kind of cute, especially for his hat, because it's meant to be like a straw hat. Also, sorry about the footage there for a second. I didn't realize my phone was on cinematic view, so sorry if everything looked blurry. Okay, we also need red and black for both characters. So let's grab, that's Demi Pearl. That's Elise Voluto black. I don't want to use Elise. I think, gosh, I don't have, oh, I do have Burnout Blanket black. Wait, do I? No, that's Big Twist Plush. That is Mystical, which I don't want to use. I don't want to use Sweet Snuggles Light. I don't want to use Sweet Snuggles or Elise Voluto because for the, what are they called? The horns on the Alistair plushie, I need them to stand up, and Elise Voluto is just so soft. It doesn't have a ton of structure to it. I could have sworn that I had black Burnout Blanket. I guess I don't. That's Big Twist Plush. This is the Demi Pearl. I mean, the Demi Pearl is nice and stiff, so that might be good. Okay, I think we're going to use the Demi Pearl for the Alistair horns, but I'm going to use Elise Voluto for the Captain plushie. I think I'm going to need two probably. Oh, wait a second. I just realized I have Burnout Blanket black inside. It's sitting next to my chair in the living room. Okay, we can put those back. I'm still going to bring in the Demi Pearl because I might ultimately decide to use that anyways. Okay, then we need red. Red. Now I have a lot of this color red, so I'm thinking we're going to use this for Alistair just because I have a lot of it, so we can use some of it up. Sorry if my voice sounds weird. Like I mentioned, I'm congested. And then we need a brighter red for the One Piece character. So let's grab this Poppy in Chenille Brights. And I think that the last color that we are going to need is blue for the pants. I'm thinking we go with this denim color in, what is this, Chenille Brights? Let's see, how does this look? So we've got his pants, his little accents, his top and his hat. Yeah, that looks nice. Or not his top, I mean his, he has a little sash, a little belt sash, similar to the ones that we wore in 2006, you know, with our gauchos. And then I think since I'm loading up the basket, I'm going to bring in yarn for one more project that I want to do over the next couple of days. It is supposed to be negative 20-degree wind chills. So I'm probably not going to want to step foot outside. We're also expecting to get, I want to say they said like 20 inches of snow. So I don't know that I want to go outside. So we are going to grab what we need. I also have a little bit more yarn in the house, just my overstock. There's not a ton in there. Oh, but I also need to do the little wands for the mics, like I mentioned last night. So we're going to bring in some of this new Bernat that I just got in the last vlog called Raspberry Kisses. And I want to do a mermaid. So let's leave that out to match some mermaid colors. So I guess since we're bringing in this Elise Voluto skin tone, we can use that. Or does that clash? Maybe actually we'll use this for the skin tone. Go all brunette. We could go a slightly darker tone. Let's see what looks better with that Raspberry Kisses color. This is the color that I usually use for like the medium skin tones. I just feel like it's too saturated with this. I think that this brunette is the best way to go. Okay, then we need to decide on a bra color and hair color, because I'm going to use this for her beautiful shimmery shiny tail. So for her little bralette, I mean pink obviously, but I don't know if I want to do pink. I feel like that's just too normal, you know? Maybe we go purple or like periwinkle. Oh, periwinkle is a cute color combo. I also have this little itty bitty bit of it. Oh, I really like that. Okay, I think we're gonna need to grab this skein as well though, because I don't think that's going to be enough. Let's set them here. Okay, so skin, tail, bralette. Now for her hair. I have this color in Demi Pearl, which actually works really, really well. Look at how nice those go together. But that's going to be too thick. I feel like I cannot mix Bernat and Demi Pearl because I use different size hooks with them, especially when I'm making the hair or like a wig cap. I need it to like fit properly. So I don't think that that is the smartest choice. We have blush. I mean, blush is just kind of boring though, you know? Maybe like an ice blue. Ooh, an ice blue would be pretty. You know what? Oh, what about this color, Bernat? I've actually never used this before. Actually, did I use this? I might have just barely gotten into it on another project. What if we did this for her hair? Is that too much blue? I feel like that's a lot of pink on top and a lot of pink on bottom and blue on top. So maybe we switch it up. Maybe for her little bralette, we don't do periwinkle. Maybe we do something different. This is the process that I go through every time I am choosing colors. And now I'm taking you along the journey. Okay, for her top. Maybe peach. Maybe peach? Question mark? Do I have a nice peach color that would work? I just feel like peach might be too close to her skin tone, or not be too close, but I feel like this color next to peach is really going to make the skin tone look like she is undead, like zombie mermaid, which we don't want to do. Should I just go with this color? You know, if I'm only using it for her little bandeau bralette thing, then I don't mind using the Demi Pearl. Yeah, I think that that would look really pretty. And then that for her hair. All right, I like that combo. This is what we're going with for the mermaid, but we need to do some eyes for her. And I'm thinking for her eyes, maybe we do like just like an opalescent. I don't know. Let's go look at the glitter. But we actually need to make 3 pairs of eyes while we're out here today. One for Alistair, one for the captain. I'm calling it the captain because that's what she named the pattern. And then one for the mermaid. So for Alistair, we definitely want to do big eyes. So we've got 35s. I think for the mermaid, we'll go ahead and do 30 millimeters. And then for the captain, she doesn't have listed in the pattern yet what size eye she used, but I have a feeling they are 30 millimeters. So I think we're just going to go with 30s and hope and pray that they are big enough and don't look bad. Gosh, the 30 millimeters look so tiny compared to the 35s. Look at the size difference, you guys. I don't know, that looks crazy different to me. Okay, let's pick out our glitter. So Alistair's easy because it's just like the reddest red, blood red. Ooh, that's kind of a pretty color. I don't know that I've ever used that before. Ooh, blue opal. I use a little bit of this for the Cinderella eyes. I'm trying to think for the mermaid, actually. The blue opal might be really pretty. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to see if I have any little like starfish things, little stickers to put into them. Okay, these are mostly pinks, it looks like. Do I not have any true reds? Oh yes, here we go. Here's like a nice true blood red, so that's going to be perfect for Alistair. And then for the captain pattern, she used red as well, but it's more like a orangey red, kind of like this. Hang on, I need to look up a picture of the character and see what color his actual eyes are. I forgot he doesn't have any irises. He's an anime character. So maybe we do something that I've never done before, and on his eyes, instead of doing like a color, we just make it white, because the character is just like white with little tiny black pupils. So maybe this will be perfect, and then we'll make the iris, what would normally be like a colored iris, just make it look like the pupils. Let's do that. Okay, so we need white mica powder. And then let's see if we have any fun charms that we can use in any of these. So maybe something like this for the mermaid with a little bit of pink in it. There's a butterfly. Oh, there are those little circles that kind of look like bubbles. I don't know if those are going to show up with this in the background though. I wish that I had pink circles. Okay, we might need to change the color of glitter. Maybe we'll do those circles, but then we'll change the color of glitter to pink for her eyes. Wait, is this where this went? No, that went with the blues. Okay, so there is this violet opal that is a little bit brighter, but I still think that's not going to be different enough. Here's green. No, we definitely want something more on the pink side, or even like the peachy side. This is champagne gold. I remember on the eyes, this one looks like rainbow. Gold, gold. Okay, here is pink opal. Maybe we'll do pink opal with the little bubbles. I just don't even know that you're going to be able to really see the bubbles. I don't know. We're just going to have to play with it and find out, I suppose. We've got some rose gold stuff. Let's see. We have these circles that kind of might look like bubbles if we play our cards correctly. We've got some fruits, some butterflies, and then a couple of little charms in there. And then I think I had a couple stickers down here too. Yeah. Okay, so I have some little star stickers and moon stickers. I have some hearts. Oh, I do have these bubbles. Should I use these bubbles instead? Because they're actual bubbles. I still don't know how they're going to show up. Oh, actually, yes, I do. I made Glinda, the Good Witch eyes, out of this combo. I think I used this glitter, and the bubbles did show up. So we're going to do that instead. And I'm looking to see if there's anything that I can use for Alistair. I mean, besides ghosts, there's not really anything. So, yeah, all right. I think we have all of our supplies. We do need a couple of cups as well as some little mixy sticks and a little spoon and the tweezers, and let's make these eyes. right, I just finished my eyes and I also had to pack a sticker order. So these are the Alistair eyes. Ooh, they're just red. These are boring. These are the Captain eyes, which is just white mica powder. Although the mica powder does have a little bit of like a shimmer to it. Oh gosh, just dropped it. But yeah, they're just white. And then the mermaid eyes, I think, turned out really nicely. Actually, they look a little bit less pink and more like purple, which I think works really nicely with the yarn. I don't know. I think that those work perfectly. They've got the little bubbles in there as well as sparkles. I'm excited for the mermaid. I have to decide what style hair I want to do. Wow, this sunlight is bright. I have to decide if I want to do like hair buns or have her hair down or do like a side braid. I don't know. It's really going to just depend on my bandwidth that I have when I get to the hair, because buns are, or a single bun is the easiest hair style to do. But I feel like for this mermaid, I'm picturing her with like the long blue locks with like a little starfish, little pink starfish in her hair. I think that that would be precious. So we'll see when we get there. The first order of business though is to get this commission done, since like I mentioned, I told this customer it would be done as soon as possible. So we're gonna get that done and then we'll do the pattern test and then the mermaid. That's what's on the agenda this week. Oh, and my little wands, my microphone stand wands. Maybe I'll do that first. I don't know. That might be like a nice little break if I rarely get sick of working with plushy yarn, but I don't know. Like last night I had the cotton yarn sitting next to me and I kind of had a little bit of the itch to want to use a smaller hook, which is very out of character for me, because if you know me, you know that like anything below a 5mm hook and I'm like, do I really want to? And for this particular project, I'm going to need to use like a 2.5 or 3mm. So we'll see. Maybe I'll kind of work on that, take little like appetizer breaks and have a little appetizer of cotton yarn and do it just a little bit, you know, throughout the next couple of days. So that way I'm not killing my hands doing both of them all in one sitting, because I want to make 2 microphone holders for me and my co-host on the podcast, i.e. Ryan. Anyways, all right, so I've got all my eyes. I've got the basket loaded up with yarn and all of my tax stuff because I got to work on that this week too. I mean, it's early. I'm somebody who likes to do their taxes early just so that I have an idea if I'm going to get a refund or if I'm going to owe. So I like to just get everything in as I get my W-2s and stuff in the mail. So that's just me though. I've never been a procrastinator. My best friend was always a procrastinator. And when we were in middle school, especially, I would be like, oh yeah, I got that project done like a month ago. Like it's the biggest project of the year. And it would be the night before. And she would be calling me upset because hers wasn't done yet, because she procrastinated all month. That has never been me. If you're a procrastinator, hats off to you, my friend, because I could not live that life. My anxiety will not let me rest until what I have to do is done. All right, anyways, let's head in to the nice warm house. It's actually pretty warm out here. I've got the little heater going under my legs here. But anyways, let's head into the house, play with Celeste a little bit before her afternoon nap, and then get crocheting. Baby's asleep. We've got all of our eyes next to us. We've got a snack of bell peppers. That crunch though. And all of our yarn. So let's get crocheting. All right, the eyes are into the head. I feel like they are very large, but look at how cute that looks. It's almost a little too cutesy for this character, honestly. But look at that glitter. Ooh. Oh my gosh, these pupils are so big you can see my reflection in them. So I'm modifying the ears to have black tips since that's what the character has. But I accidentally did one round too many on one ear of the black. But I'm trying to figure out which one I want to remake because I don't know if I like the extra bit of black. That's what it looks like. Or, I mean, obviously it's not done. That definitely looks more fox-like. And I think that that might actually be the way to go because I think that that's more akin to the character. So I'm going to finish this ear off and then just scrap this one. I'll just throw it into my stuffing bag and use it for stuffing and remake this one. Paisley has made herself at home. I added a little X to his head because that's what's on the character. And then instead of bending the ears like that and then sewing them on to the sides of the head like the pattern says, I made them more fox-like since Alistair's ears are a little bit more fox-like. So I sewed them to the top like this. And then I am currently making a bunch of little bits for all of the little antler points. So I just need to finish up the antlers, get them sewn on, and then it is bedtime.
And no, this was the first reveal of Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, he's all done. Pretty cute. I don't know how I feel about the legs on this pattern. This pattern overall was kind of meh, if I'm being completely honest with you. But it is done. It took me almost exactly 2 hours. I did time it since it is a commission, since I charge based on hours and material costs. So I feel like, well, he's got some stuffing on his nose. I feel like I need to add something else. I just don't know what. So I'm going to take this to the commissionee, I don't know, and see if they would like any changes to it or any additions to it. Paisley here is fast asleep. She's so cute. My yapping woke her up. But yeah, I think that we're going to call it a night here. And tomorrow we'll work on that pattern test. Good morning / good afternoon. It's currently 4 p.m. Just put Celeste down for her nap. I know that all of these clips, like in these vlogs, I'm sitting in the same spot wearing like the same thing. So it looks really suspicious, but that's just because I'm a stay-at-home mom. And so my hair always looks ratchet in a messy bun. And I'm pretty much always in some sort of comfortable clothing, like a t-shirt or oversized muumuu nightgown. This one is actually Hello Kitty and Friends. But anyways, I am sitting here while Celeste is napping, and I'm going to start working on that, what's it called? One Piece character. Luffy, I don't know. I've actually never watched One Piece. I've heard that it is like 15 years running or something insane like that. It is, I want to say, like the longest running anime ever, which is crazy. I know it's on Netflix. Maybe I'll watch One Piece after I finish Stranger Things, but I'm just about to start season 3, and I'm pretty sure that this is the season that I ended on when I stopped the series. So everything after season 3 is going to be new information for me. Also, I love Steve. I've always loved Steve, but he's my favorite character. Anywho, okay, so I'm gonna need the yellow for this. The skin tone, wait, we picked out a different skin tone, didn't we? Yes, we picked out the Elise Voluto. Oh yeah, by the way, I also sent the pictures over to the customer who ordered the Alistair Deer commission, and we got approval. So thank you, Erica, for getting that. So I need to keep him set aside though, because when I go to film my This Week's Makes video on Sunday, which is 2 days from now, I want to be able to show him off, and then I'll pack him up and send him on his way to his new adoptive home. But I can't send it out yet. Also, I mentioned this in a previous clip, but we are about to have a record-breaking storm. It's going to start sometime tomorrow on Saturday and go through till Monday. So Ryan and Celeste went out shopping this morning, and Paisley, I am so sorry if you can hear Paisley chewing on her bone. I just realized. I'll keep this short, but Ryan and Celeste just went out shopping this morning to get some supplies and stuff, water bottles and whatnot, just in case we lose power and stuff, food. Of course, all of the milk and the bread was gone, but fortunately we have some stocked up. So, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get out to the shed on Sunday if we have that much snow. I don't know. We might be snowed in. So I might need to film in my old office. Although that being said, all of my plushies are in the shed. So I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. Maybe tonight or tomorrow I'll go out there and bring all the plushies inside just in case. But I'm sure I will film clips of the storm. But anyways, I've got all of my yarn here. So let's go ahead and get crocheting. I'm starting on the head, and it's interesting because it actually starts in a square. By the time I post this, this pattern might be out, so you can check it out. Also Factory, Tara is actually here on YouTube too. She's a fellow content creator, sweetheart. So I haven't fully snapped the eyes in yet. I was looking at placement. I don't know if I did the ears correctly because they kind of look like they're folding up like an elephant ears. I feel like they should have been turned this way. I mean, they're kind of cute, honestly. I feel like they're definitely very like stylized like that. I don't know. What do you think about the eye placement? Should I put them closer? I don't think so because I always like to put noses like in between the eyes. It gives them that very like chibi anime style. Plus it really bothers me when the eyes are too high on the plushie. So I always like to put them pretty much like centered in the face, and I'm working on my decreases now. So I do think that it's good. Also, I just realized that the reason why I think the head is kind of square shaped is because I don't know if Tara's doing like a full line of these, but she called it chunko. So instead of like a Funko Pop, it is a chunko. So it's a crochet chunky plushie. So I think she was going for that stylized square head look. In which case, definitely accomplished. So I got to snap these backs on. Hopefully I can do it without Ryan's help so that I can finish up this head and then move on to the body. I was able to snap the eyes in with my little safety eye tool, and I did a little surface crochet bobble nose. And I think he looks pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. So next I got to do the wig cap and then his little removable hat. And then by the time I'm done with that, I think it's going to be about time to wake the baby up. Actually, I'm probably only going to have time to do the hair because I've only got maybe 20 minutes before it's time to get dinner going and then wake her up. Okay, the head is done. He kind of looks like Ryan, doesn't he? And perfect timing because it is time for me to go pick up the baby. Also, I need to lower his nose. I'll do that tonight after I put her down to bed. Without the wait a second. Yep. I sewed the wig on upside down. That's what he was supposed to look like. Oh no. Oh, his face looks so much better like this. I mean, I'll cut his nose off. It's just a surface crochet and I'll lower it. But still, I put his pupils in slightly looking down, as you can see, when it was this way. Darn it! Oh no, epic fail. Wow. That's a lot of snow. Oh my, look at our back door. It's completely iced over. Yeah, it's cold. All right, it is now 9:30. It's been many hours since the last time I checked in with you. I have not yet done Captain's nose there. I'm kind of falling down a rabbit hole right now on Printful, which is the company that does my print on demand. Jovi is insisting that I pet her. Is my print on demand company. So my website shop is integrated with Printful. So whenever you or somebody purchases apparel like a shirt or a sweatshirt or something like that, it goes directly to Printful. They print it, pack it, and ship it. And then that is like something that I don't have to hold in stock like permanently, because where would I keep all of that in my house? But I know that Printful also can integrate with your Etsy shop, and I've only been selling my apparel on my website, and I'm like, why not integrate it into Etsy? But here's my problem that I'm running into is that all of my current listings, I have like 30 listings for different apparels. Printful is not letting me just like copy the product over to Etsy. I'm having to like, oh my gosh, Jovi. Look at her. Watch her paws. How can I resist? Anyways, I'm having to manually go through and like re-upload the vector files and everything. It is just taking me so long. So honestly, I think I'm going to abandon ship and just not list them on Etsy. I'm going to do a little bit of research right now though and see if there is a way, any way for me to just transfer my existing listings over to Etsy with the Printful integration. If not, I'm not going to spend time doing it all manually because that will take me days probably to do that. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting distracted with. So I'll update you guys once Captain has his little snoot again. Okay, I got it figured out. So now all of my apparel is going to be available on the Celestial Homebody on Etsy. Hooray! I'm just trying to eat a cheese stick. And I have these two looking at me with these big puppy dog eyes. Like they haven't eaten in weeks. You live a good life. Okay, it is now after midnight, and this whole time I have been working on getting all my listings transferred over to my Etsy shop. So now I'm happy to say that all of my apparel is available on Etsy. I did have to go in and do it manually for like the pictures and everything, which is what took so long. But now I know how to do it in the future. So as I list things, I can list them both to my website and Etsy and avoid spending many hours of work again. But now that this is finally squared away, we can go ahead and continue crocheting. So I'm working on the body, and I realize that I accidentally put this leg on backwards. Or yeah, backwards, because he's gonna like sit like this on a shelf or something, I suppose. He's got a nice flat butt for it. Actually, I might put some poly pellets in him. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I accidentally put one of the feet on backwards, but I'm already multiple rounds past it. I'm trying to figure out if I want to take the time to frog it all out and flip it around. I mean, with this yarn, I feel like right here, it also looks like it's like the seam, but it's just the variegated. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. This color is very forgiving. Also, yes, I'm aware I have a hole right here. I dropped a stitch right there, so I just need to embroider that closed. But yeah, this is how it's going so far. I've got his arms over there, and I'm gonna keep working away at this. Oh yeah, and I am on the season finale of season 3. Yeah, the one when they're in the mall. So I'm gonna finish this and then go to bed, and we'll see how far I can get on this guy before bedtime tonight. All right, well, I still have like 40 minutes left in the episode, and I ran out of yarn in the skin tone. I brought in 1.5 skeins of the Elise Voluto in this color, and it was not enough. And I don't particularly want to go outside right now because it's negative 10 degrees. So I think that the body might need to wait to be finished until tomorrow. I guess tonight I can start on the Mermaid since I've got the yarn in here. So maybe I'll go ahead and do that. All right, it is almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Finished season 3 of Stranger Things and got this done on the Mermaid. I am happy that I went with this more sandy color because I didn't really realize that in the variegated, the Raspberry Kisses, there is like a flushy color in it. It's like that light peach color. You see it like right there? So I'm happy that I went with the sandier skin tone. Plus, she's a mermaid, so it's fitting. Anyways, we are going to head to bed because it's very, very late. Also, tomorrow's Saturday, but I think Ryan's working overtime. They might cancel work because of the storm, but TBD. But he might have to go into work tomorrow, which kind of sucks because then he only has 1 day off for Sunday. But anyways, good night. See you soon. All right, we are here in my old office. Look at all my snuggle sprites. All these patterns are available on Etsy and my website. I love Luna the unicorn. Anyways, I came up here to see if I had any overstock of that Elise Voluto skin tone, and I do not. So we're going to need to brave the outdoors today. Oh my gosh, it's cold. We got it. Let's go. All right, he's all done. He has a very floppy head, but turned out adorable. His little hat. Oh my gosh, he's very cute. Took a while, but that's okay. Now I'm going to move on to finishing up the mermaid, and I brought in some other yarn to make some more things too, but we are nearing the end of the video, so I'm probably not going to show you what else I make. You're just going to have to wait and see for the next vlog. Also, season 4 now, I'm realizing that this is the season with Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up! I have not seen this far in the series, but I do remember that sound going viral. And I think this is also the season with the Running Up the Hill song. So I am yet again, just like with Tiger King, many years too late to the party. Oop, his hat fell off. Anyways, all right, I'm going to go for now and finish this mermaid. So I had to make some major adjustments to this pattern, and I hate how it looks. Her little fin is so short, and then her top is so long, because here's what happened. They want you to do 10 rounds in the arms, but only 3 rounds in the body. So then when I went to put the arms on, they were like Slender Man arms. So I added more rounds to the body to make it a little bit taller instead of just, you know, remaking the arms, because I figured that would take less time. And then I also overstuffed them, so she looks like a buff guy. So I'm thinking that we might be able to fix this if I make her hold something. That way it'll look a little bit more proportionate. Like if I put her arms like this and then make her holding, I don't know, like a seashell or something like that. I think that that might look cute. But I do really like this color bandeau with her fin. And then I do think that that burnout is going to look really nice too because of this lighter like purpley blue color in here. So I'm about to start crocheting the head. I just want to give you a progress update because sometimes, you know, these are the decisions that I have to make as I'm crocheting, and I decide that something looks atrocious, in which case this does. To me anyways. Have you guys ever worked on a project for so long and it just feels like every step of the way it's just not turning out the way that you wanted it to turn out? because that is what is happening with my mermaid right now. Now she is bald, so forgive that. This is what she looks like, and I hate it. I really hate it. I forgot to embroider before I snapped the eyes in, so I had to use really thick black yarn and do her eyelashes. I think that they're forgivable. I did a bobble stitch for the nose, and then I just did a nice little mouth. Sorry, the dogs are playing. I feel like her fin is slightly turned. Oh, now Paisley's up here. Her fin is slightly turned. It's not completely straight. Her arms are buff. I accidentally snapped her eyes in slightly sideways, so her head looks like it's turned. We're always super critical of our own work, but like this is one of those things, like this has taken me like 2 hours, over 2 hours, I think, to do, and it's just not turning out. So I was talking about what style hair I wanted to do for her, and I definitely think we're just gonna go the super easy route and do like a top bun. Maybe just with some bangs just to cover her forehead a little bit, and I think that that might help, but I don't want to put a ton more time into this. I don't know if I should just leave her arms as is or if I should go the route of making her hold something, but again, that's going to be like an extra step, so we'll see how she looks after I get her wig cap on. But for right now, I need to go wake up Celeste and do our whole nighttime play and bath and dinner and routine. And then tonight, after I put her down to bed, I will finish up this mermaid. And I spent time on these eyes too, and I was so excited about the eyes. Okay, we'll see. I'm just not going to look at her for a few hours, and maybe that will help. It has been many hours now. I finished this little starfish that I sewed in between her hands. Whoa, she just attacked the camera there. And I finished the wig cap. Still need to do her ears, but then I realized that the entire wig cap is crooked. This thing, you guys, I want to be done with it so bad. Also, the color of her hair kind of makes her look like a grandma. And I made a bun thinking that that would be cute, but now she just looks like a old lady. So I'm contemplating making a second bun to do 2 hair buns. I feel like that might help give her a younger, fresher look. I don't know what to do about the crooked wig cap though, besides like just adding to it, which I might need to do because it looks really bad. Or I just leave it as is and just put a discounted price on it. I don't know. Is it as bad as I'm making it out to be? You guys are probably going to yell at me in the comments and say, no, it's great. It's cute. But I hate her. Oh yeah, and also this eye fell and got scratched. I don't know if you can see it, but it is completely scratched right on the front, and I can't do anything to fix it. And it looks really bad. Okay, Ryan got home from work and I asked him about her, and he said that she kind of looks like a grandma with the single bun. So I'm going to go ahead and make a second bun and give her space buns. He said that the back of the head, the hair is not that bad though. So just leave it and don't put any more time into it. So now I don't remember what I did to make this bun. So now we need to attempt to make a second one about the same size. I know I started in a magic ring of 8, so we're going from there. Does anybody else's husband do this, where they say that they don't want to watch a show and then they just casually stand there and not watch the show.
Not that I don't want to watch, it's that I don't want to hold you.
You said it's spooky and you didn't want to watch it.
This wasn't as spooky.
All right, she's done. Finally. Her starfish is kind of curling, but it's fine. I did match the two buns. It definitely looks off center from behind, but we're not gonna look at that. I'm just excited to put this to the side, show her off when I film tomorrow, and then never have to look at her again. Well, until I take her to market, but she turned out okay. She turned out pretty cute. Her face and her hair is actually really cute with the double bun. She kind of looks naked when I hold her like that. The only other thing that I'm going to do tonight, or at least start on, is microphone holder. So we're going to work on that now. This is cotton from Joann's, so rip. But I have never used this skein before, so we're breaking it in with a very special project. So I'm making this little like sausage casing type situation, and I'm going to put one of these hair rollers in it like that to be like the handle of the microphone. Top of it, I'm going to crochet a star, and then the little microphone will slip into the star, like into a pocket on the back. And then that way we can hold it like this and talk into a magic wand star, but it will also be a microphone. That is what the vision is in my mind. I have cheese on me because I was just eating chili. Please excuse. So this casing is a little bit big, but that's okay because I do want to put a little bit of stuffing around it. Well, do I want to put stuffing around it? Should I make it smaller? Maybe I should make it smaller. I don't want it to be too thick. How's this for thickness? I don't know. I was thinking maybe doing stuffing so that this doesn't like bend as easily because I don't want it to bend. But I feel like it's going to be very difficult to try to shove a stuffing in there. All right, maybe. Well, then if I make it too tight, then trying to get the roller in, because this is a very long hair roller, trying to get the roller in through this entire thing, if it's too tight, is also going to be difficult. What should I do? All right, my tube is done. That's what it looks like. And we can just slip this right in here. One-handed. Oh, yeah. Fits like a glove. Boop. All right, I think it is time for me to decrease, and then we'll work on the tip. So I started the star, and I don't know, you guys. I'm following a free tutorial or free pattern on a blog. I feel like this star is going to be too small, like proportionately. I also feel like it's going to be too small for the actual microphone. So I guess I could follow like a similar premise for the star tip, but just make it bigger. I don't know. I feel like people online are going to make fun of me for using a wand for a microphone. I thought that it was kind of cute and quirky, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a mood after doing that mermaid who is face down looking like she is, let's just say a fish out of water. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. So I'm just going to set this aside for, I don't know, another project. Maybe one day I'll come back to the wand idea. I mean, those stitches are pretty nice. My hands hurt so badly from working with a 3mm hook. So I'm ready to go back to plushy yarn tomorrow. But tomorrow I need to wake up and put on all my clown makeup and do my hair and go out to the shed and film, if I can get out to the shed with the snow, we'll see. But film my This Week's Makes video that you guys will have seen on Monday. This obviously won't be in it. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to wrap up the video. So sorry we're ending on a kind of blah note. Hopefully the next vlog will be a little bit more successful. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And of course, endless thanks to our members in the Cosmic Couch Club. You guys keep this little galaxy spinning. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.